Welcome, welcome, welcome. Having my drink here. And, I've been having a day. Today has been a day where I've been correcting a lot of people. I've been sitting here chilling, just listening to everybody else for a while, and decided to sit back, spend some time, relax, getting caught up on some things. And now I got me a little concoction here. And now that I got my little concoction, I can make some statements. Because there's a lot of things that need to be discussed. Okay, there's a lot of things that weren't being said that need to be said. What's up, Bear? Now, Jason Whitlock, I am not a fan of him. He might say some things that are agreeable, and that you'd be like, oh, okay, this dude he seemed to be all right. He ain't all right. Let me tell you about him. See, people, they change one mask and put on another mask and forget who they are. Yep, that's Whitlock. Whitlock forgets. We know him. We know who he is. I remember when you was flat broke. You weren't even on TV. You were writing articles. They didn't even put you on TV like that. And even your articles was getting you fired because you was nothing but a hack, even in your articles. Oh, yeah. So he goes over to Fox, right? He had went to ESPN twice. They brought him back. He made controversial statements. He talked about Jeremy Lin's penis. He talked about all kind of craziness that got him removed. Now, here it is. I'm quite sure if you black, you guys know who Suki is or heard of a girl named Suki. Y'all heard of Suki, right? The female rapper Suki, Sukiana, whatever, and all her ratchet talk, right? Sukiana. Basically, another stripper with a microphone. Now, because of this woman with the microphone, he decides this is a moment where he can come out and make this fake emotion like he cares. And how this woman is terrible. Let's listen to this, and everybody normally agrees.
And this is her music is being defined, and this rap is being defined as black culture and how we're defined, and they're basically saying, hey, this is black culture. This is what we do. We sell that cat. We twerk. We're overweight and we got our butts hanging out everywhere we can. This allegedly is black culture, and there will be no protest. No, people won't go on CNN or MSNBC and call out Sukihana, but they got a lot to say about Jason Aldean. This sort of hypocrisy drives me crazy.
You just compared Sukiana to Jason Aldean. Two people that are way in different genres who don't care about nothing anyway. You think Sukiana even know who Jason Aldean is, or Jason Aldean know who the hell Sukiana is? But look, listen to him. Black culture. Who in the world said Sukihana is who we look to for black culture? Since when has she been the representation of black culture? I've never looked at her and said, man, that's what black culture is today. That's what I'm talking about. You see, Whitlock, here's what you need to ask yourself. Who is making money off of these Sukihanas? Who is making the money? Who's putting them out? Who's promoting them? Who owns the record label? It ain't us. It ain't black culture. Black culture don't own it. Black culture ain't distributing it. Why are you not calling out that culture? Why don't you tell the truth? But we know why you ain't gonna tell the truth. Because you acting like you so appalled by this, all this butt hanging out and all this stuff. Why? You forgot about your life, buddy. You forgot what you used to do. That was you. Up in the Playboy Lounge, up in Cheetahs every night, blowing your paycheck at the strip club. You was in there. You forgot I saw you in Vegas? You taking up 5 chairs? Just say and tell the people the truth. You just don't like black women. I don't know why. You came from a black woman. Black woman gave birth to you. You mad they overfed you? That was your decision to keep eating. Oh, he was real big back then. He was a ham hock away from a stroke. You forgot? You forgot. Every city you was in, buddy, you go try to find a strip club. That was the only way you was going to get some love. You forgot? You forgot already. You forgot. Oh, it ain't shocking in the pardon no more. So that ain't black culture. What culture is this? This Asian culture, huh? That's a shame for Asian culture. That's a shame for white culture. See, you can't change. You can't be one face, then switch to another face and act like people don't know. Yeah, we seen him up in the strip club, in there eating the free pretzels, in a blue jean suit, sweating on a cold day. It was a cool day in Vegas that day. He was in a pool of sweat. You see what I'm saying? That's what I keep telling y'all about these people, man. They fake so much. And then they try to change their shirt based on who they around and try to, oh, I'm shocked and appalled by this. This is, I can't believe this is what black culture is. So now one stripper girl or whatever stripper rapper gonna represent all black culture. I tell you, man, there's people out here real dumb. That's you. That's you, Whitlock. I guess This is what white culture is, huh? Just come out here with fake boobs and come out here looking like bunny rabbits, and you keep throwing your money. You see? That's him. All your paycheck getting blown. Now, Jamel Hill was going to bust you out and embarrass you. There he is, right there. Yeah, he called faking the funk. So while you was out there tricking, okay. All right, they trying to mess me up, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. They trying to do me in. There we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tried to do me in. So this is what old Whitlock was doing. All the time with his money. Going to strip clubs. All the time. He want to go to the stripping. He want to go to the shaky bakey. So that's where his money was going. And he thought he was in a relationship. Dog, if you paying her $1,000 a pop, that ain't no relationship. Yeah, we was dating. You wasn't dating. You was tricking. You was paying $1,000 a pop. He thought like she was into him. Dog, you was charged $1,000 a pop at a minimum. You see, is it shocking in a party right now? So this is why his whole attack on black women, dude, you don't have to hate black women to like white women and Asian women. If you hold them in high regards because you subservient to them, then that's what you do. You ain't got to hate on them. Trust me. They don't care about you. Black women ain't sitting there going to be mad Jason Whitlock don't care about them. So quit throwing black women under the bus. You remember this? I want to see if he remembers this. All right. Let's play this song up so that the people could see and understand what time it is.
When I was young and stupid in Las Vegas, back before I figured Vegas out, I went out on a date with a stripper from Spearmint Rhino. And we had a great time. We got liquored up.
Yeah.
We got back to my hotel, and I thought, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Right.
And she turned to me and she goes, $1,000.
Wow.
I go, what? And she goes, yeah, $1,000.
After or before?
Before. Before.
Wow.
And I was like,
So
okay,
if
that
you were
kind of woke me
coaching,
up about strip
yeah,
clubs in
if
Vegas.
you were an NBA coach,
$1,000 make you holler, big boy. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey Kong. You think she went all the way back to the room with you because she was liking your conversation? When I saw you in Vegas at the strip club, you had on a blue jean shirt with blue jean pants, sitting up there in the doggone strip club, and it was a cool day, and you was in a pool of sweat, and you had a towel around your neck, like the strip club gave you a towel. Like, dude, you need a towel. You got like 5 seats you taking up. Each thigh is taking up about 2 seats. One thigh got 2 seats, the other thigh got 2 seats. And you sitting there, shirt unbuttoned. You got one little Asian thing sitting on your leg, looking like she about 4 years old. That's how big you is. We saw you in the strip club, and I was like, I don't think he gonna make it. So that's why when I heard you talk, I'm like, dude, you was in the strip club every other week. Now Sukiyana, this is just a shame. All this twerk and all of this. You was throwing dollars for them to throw it in your face, and they ain't even had nothing to twerk with. It was nothing but hamstring and back. I mean, it was flattered in the back of this Kleenex. They were throwing it back like, and you was all loving it, like blowing all your check. Did you forget you took a payday loan when you was at ESPN? Yeah. What was the payday loan for? Because you blew all your money at the strip club. Stop playing. Stop playing. You was mad. Jamel Hill was going to blow you. She was going to bust you out. Everybody knew your thing. It was on like Donkey Kong. Right. That's all he was thinking. Like, he probably was beating on his chest. I'm Donkey Kong. You Jane. We finna play Donkey Kong. He in there chasing the stripper around. Ooh. She's, oh, help me, Donkey Kong, help me. It's on like Donkey Kong. Oh, man. This has got to be the funniest thing in history, man. Well, you got to understand, 9 times out of 10, women ain't going to be interested in Whitlock. Period. So naturally, he's mad because black women probably told him and talked about him like a dog. So now he just bitter at white women. I mean, black women, period. You see everything he talk about is anybody black do anything. If they trip and fall down the steps, well, black people just can't keep their balance. I don't know what it is with this new millennium. I guess Joe Biden and his plan, and if he would have, put some money back into the economy, black people would be able to keep their balance. And you look, this person falls down the steps, If Joe Biden had gave them some money, they probably wouldn't be living in a place with steps. But he ain't giving you y'all reparations. That's why we got Tucker Carlson, folks. Good old Tucker Carlson. Oh, man. What is wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with these people? Yeah, he got caught faking the phone. Then he gonna sit there and have Tommy Sotomayor. That's how you know you falling off. You gonna put somebody on your platform that's been banned from YouTube for I don't know how long. As soon as everybody sees him, boom, he gone again. He was kicked off YouTube. That's how bad he was. I mean, just gone. As soon as his name pop up, boom, gone. It'd be like, man, he lost another channel. I'm like, how you keep getting them? Don't they got like social security thing? So he been getting kicked around and kicked off social media. I mean, off YouTube, period. Then he goes over there to him, and this guy interviewed Kwame Brown. When Kwame was at his height, when he first was blowing up, he was one of the first people to get an interview with him because Kwame agrees with a lot of things he says. Some things he say he be on point with, but it's always an agenda with him. It's always phony. So you know he ain't really meaning it. He just saying it because some people are paying him some money. And so that's the reason he going along with it. But Kwame had been watching him, for years. My friend be posting clips of what Whitlock said. Man, Whitlock right about this. I mean, I know what he is. So I know better than even get behind anything he's talking about. So after interviewing Kwame Brown, they do a nice interview. He now interviews Tommy, and then he talking about Kwame. Like, yeah, and then with of all people, you going back and forth with all people, Kwame Brown. Like, I'm like, whoa, hold up. Didn't you interview Kwame Brown? Like, what the hell? You said that with like a detraction. Like it's like he's lowering his standards to talk to Kwame Brown. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Kwame way bigger than this bum. Dude, he got so bad he started mentioning me. That's how bad Tommy done fell off. This dude was in there on the TV shows, all this reality show crap, and now look what he's resorted himself into. He's lowered himself down to this. This is what he's become. He's become a laughing stock. Yeah, he's a laughing stock of the whole world. All he does is do whatever Tucker Carlson tells him. Then he has Steve Kim up there, the boxing guy. What the hell would Steve Kim know? Steve Kim was another product of just hating black people and coming up with stupid analogies just to go along with the money. Whoever pays Steve Kim, that's what he do. That's why Doug Fisher left. He knows what Steve Kim is. No, but he tried to act like it was such a Sukihana was such a disappointment. Sukihana, oh my God, look at her. She's like a stripper. What is she doing? This is lowering black people's intelligence. This is not what the people want to see. It is terrible, terrible, terrible.
Music is being defined, and this rap is being defined as black culture.
Sukihana has never, ever been defined as black culture. Maybe that's what your conservative people are defining it as. Nobody black has ever said, man, Sukihana, man, that's black culture right there.
And how we're defined, and they're basically saying, hey, this is black culture. This is what we do. We sell that cat. We twerk. We're overweight, and we got our butts hanging out everywhere we can. This allegedly is black culture, and there will be no protest. No, people won't go on CNN or MSNBC and call out Sukihana, but they got a lot to say about Jason Aldean.
Mm-hmm. No, it's hypocrisy. Because how you gonna sit there and complain about Sukihana and saying she represents black culture when also you are at strip clubs with white women doing the same thing Sukihana doing, except for they're not rapping. So I guess you gotta if you rapping, it's okay. I mean, it ain't okay if you rapping. But if you just stay in the club and do it, that's cool. So people like him pop up. It's all good. See, it's all good if it old Whitlock in there. But if it's black people in the club, then it's appalling. We can't have that. So I don't understand. How does that represent black culture? But if a white woman is doing it, I never see them say that represents white culture. Does these Asian girls, do they represent, are they shaming Asian culture? You know, the ones that's like on your lap. You look like you got you a Sukihana right there. Are they like lowering black culture? I mean, Asian culture and white culture? Do they represent that? So because of these people you see right here, that affects the entire culture of all people. These are horrible examples. You're right. He is a horrible example. How are you gonna say that represents black culture when most people who strip in the strip club, period, or strippers are predominantly Caucasian women? People who are in the prostitution ring are mostly Caucasian women. So does that mean That's a bad look for white culture. I don't never see you say that on your show. White girls twerking every day. Hell, they twerking in Walmart. I don't see you say that's affecting white culture. And they representing white culture. Nope. He's gonna find a way to blame all black people for it. That's Whitlock's problem. He wants to blame all black people for every mistake, anything that happens in the country. It's all the black people's fault and the Democrats. Why? Because he's being paid to. He don't even follow and believe none of the crap he's selling. That's a terrible salesman. Tricks have no business talking about the women they pay for. That is the truest statement to date, that is. Just tell the truth. You just don't like black women. We get it. You don't like black women. That's fine. No, that's his target audience now. That's his target audience. He got his target audience, consists of talking about the left wing. That's his fan base. That's how he eats. So he's not going to upset the apple cart. I need another one of these concoctions. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to keep it moving and just follow suit. He don't want to change it up. Oh, yeah. Jamel Hill could have exposed him a long time ago. He loved to come out to Jamel Hill because she was a black woman. Now, I don't like a lot of the stuff she's doing left wing, period. But you want to come after her for Donald Trump because you trying to pretend like you this right wing guy when you're going to go with whoever gives you a bag. You're a hack. A hack, rather. Right. He complains about media today. He talked about Katie Nolan. Like they have no journalistic integrity. Like he's a journalist. Like he started off being a journalist because hell, he never go outside. Did you see him? All he did was eat and stay in the house. He might as well write something. He was too big to get out the goddamn chair. His family said, well, you fat. You got to be an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman or something. Do something. So he tried that and he made for physical activity. He just want to eat cupcakes and ho-hos with syrup. So they couldn't, he done heard every fat joke in the world. Except it ain't no joke. So now, right, once he got his own show, and he keeps trying to attack Jamel Hill because he doesn't like the black women, and they don't really mention him. So when Carrie and Jamel had their own show, yeah, he used to write for the Kansas City Star. That's when he first got started. And he started talking about the Dime Imus with the nappy head hose and all that stuff when he did that. And then he started writing about his article, whatever. And they were like, "What about the rappers?" And then here he comes with his, Steven from Django. Black women get a pass. Black people and black women get a pass. So he was okay with Don Imus calling people nappy head hoes. He loved it. No problem. Right? Wow. You see that? They tried to take your boy out. They tried to take your boy out. Ain't that something? Look at this. Look at this sabotage. Is this your move, Whitlock? You didn't put down that bucket of chicken and decided to come in here and pull and move. Now they messing with the audio. Of course. What about now? Can you hear me better now? Nice try. Way to go. Whitlock. Look at him, baby. The man decided to stand down and fight. I'm gonna send you about a month free of some spicy Doritos with barbecue sauce. Come on, Whitlock. Yeah, big old hypocrite. Dog, he was in the break room, eating all nasty in the break room. Got the couch all sunk in and smashed up the cushions. Oh man, they couldn't wait to get him up out of there. Oh, I know what we was. I'm gonna get him right quick. Booyah! There you go again, man. You love these doggone club life. Look at you, boy. You was living it up. She liked me for me. It's all like Donkey Kong. Look at you, got a whole bunch of chains. Just say you like black, you like white women or an Asian women. That don't mean you gotta tear down black women, man. You don't have to. You could be king of the white women. Go back to your jungle, that nasty, dirty crib you had, and get with it. It's about time you got 3. It's going to take him about 3 to try to find his unit. He ain't seen it since he was probably 12 years old. It's buried in there somewhere. He going to be good luck trying to find it. I ain't seen it since 12. My belly went over it, and I'm like, oh, well, damn. It's somewhere down there. Oh, man. Damn. Looking at you make me want to do some sit-up. I got to do some crunches. I ain't getting like that. Ever. This dude lost about 200 pounds and he's still fat. How the world that happened? How you lose 200 pounds and still fat? Well, that make sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Then he blames everybody else. He blames ESPN and everybody else for people like Katie Nolan and talking about journalistic. They hiring all these people with no experience. Yes, they're hiring people like Malika Andrews who don't have any experience. You are absolutely right. And you know why they hiring people like that? Because they know they can get away with it. Because it's people like you who's supposed to be a journalist, but you then sold your journalistic integrity for money. And you've never really been a real journalist. You're just a hack. That's why you're in Kansas City working in a little columnist over there. Little columns. Then you kind of sucker up to all the right-wing people, all the people with power and money. You kiss up to them by talking about your own people, and they say, hey, we got us a good one here. And they promote you. Never do I see you say anything about anybody white. Ever. They can't do no wrong unless it's Joe Biden. I can't make this up, man. I cannot make it up. It is that terrible. Anybody on that side of the party do anything wrong or say anything, he gonna make an excuse for him. Don Imus called black women nappy head hoes. He's in Kansas City. Well, what about them rappers? Rappers can say it, and Don Imus can't. And they got jealous because I got popular because of that. Nobody was jealous. They just like, you was an Uncle Ruckus. That's how they looked at you, as an Uncle Ruckus. On top of that, nobody cared about you, dog. Nobody cared. And Katie Nolan, buddy boy, you want to blame Katie Nolan for coming in the game? The people that hired you, she was working at your network. Then ESPN got her later. So Katie Nolan, yeah, she was not qualified, but she had a large following on social media. Is the reason why they picked her up, thinking her followers will follow her over to Fox Sports. And it didn't happen. So when her contract was up, they let her out her deal so she can go to ESPN, and then they didn't know what to do with her. They were just sticking her on shows. But you want to blame Dan Le Batard for her. Yeah, you had Katie Nolan out there. Katie, like, he hired Katie Nolan. ESPN stuck her on his show. She was under contract, so they just stuck her on there. Like, look, we're going to put her on the show. That was a company's decision. That wasn't Dan Le Batard's decision to have Katie Nolan up there. But he omits the fact that she was working over there at his network at Fox, had her own show. Oh, they just want to have a discussion. No, you just a troll, KK, or whoever your name is. You're just trolling. How does black women crash our nation when black women don't run our nation? You idiot. It's amazing. We get none of the benefits, but get all of the blame. We ruined everything, but how can we ruin it? We not in charge. Who's in charge? The person that's in charge ruined it. How you going? It's amazing. Anytime there's something wrong, they blame poor people, black people, and never blame the people responsible. The economic housing collapse. Wall Street was completely to blame. Who did they blame? Black people and teachers. Stop playing and falling for these traps. We were never in charge, so how in the world can we be the blame? We are the minorities. So if you know what minority means, so if we're the minority, what about the majority? Okay, one in the majority is going to take the blame. The minority can't mess up the majority. Yeah, I know. That's how it always works. Yeah, that's what they do. They play the role, and then when they play in this role, they're trying to take the safe route. They're trying to act like the victims. Like we're the victims here. No, the majorities are the ones that's in charge. Blacks can't have ownership in almost anything. They've cornered the market to make sure that we don't really have ownership in anything majority when it comes to decision making, but we get all of the blame when something doesn't go right in this country. Why? You guys are the ones making all the decisions, right? The majority. So how can we be to blame for it all? Oh, it's all the crime in Chicago. Well, why is there crime in Chicago? There's no education. You close the schools down. You won't put any jobs out there. So you close schools. You have no recreation centers, nothing for the kids to do, no summer jobs, no anything. But there's a trailer that comes by and dumps off all these guns, state of the art guns. Everybody got drum clips and everything else, and they're not even supposed to be able to hold a gun. How did they get these weapons? There's no manufacturing place in Chicago that's manufacturing firearms, but they got them, right? Drugs. Where the drugs coming from? These dudes don't have schools. You think they know how to go in there and make Molly and make up all the drugs and do all this stuff? They chemists. They're chemists now. Where they getting the drugs from? They don't grow it here. Ain't no poppy fields here. Nino Brown told you that in 89, 88. Ain't no poppy fields in Harlem. Ain't no Uzi made in Harlem. Miss Watkins. Listen, y'all gotta understand something. The problem of why the city is messed up is because they wanted it messed up. They want it messed up. That's why it is. If they didn't want it to be that way, it wouldn't be that way. So these Sukianas are created from the environment in which they grew up in. So unless you're ready to tackle that, Jason Whitlock, instead of being a hack and do your research and really investigate and really do some real reporting, instead of the bubblegum stuff you're doing now, that's why you are like where you at right now, a bootlicker. So because you're a bootlicker and you just have no soul, they don't respect you. They just use you. They look at you as a clown there to entertain them. And then when you're no longer any use to them, it's like, get up out of here. You're not a friend. They don't view you as that. You're a hack, a talentless hack. They need your color of your skin. That's it. They need a person like you to say the things on the internet that they can't say, or they'll get in trouble. So they use your skin, you dummy. You know it and don't even care because you just care for the money. That's why I can never follow people like you, even when you say something that's correct, because I know the true nature of who you are and what you're about. Now talk about that. Yeah, but I had an option. If I want to get married, I can get married this week. Tomorrow, Friday, I could just make a phone call and be at City Hall. See, that's the difference. See, I said no. I don't want to be. See, I'm turning those things away. I have options. He don't. uh it's not funny for me to know that I'm so much better. I'm very much better than him because I possess something he doesn't, a soul. That's the difference. Morals. That's the difference. What I possess, he does not. His integrity is gone. See, Whitlock got more aggressive because Tucker Carlson, that was his lifeline. And when he got fired from Fox because Tucker Carlson went along with this whole thing on a national media broadcast talking about January 6th and all that, and that lawsuit came, and that lawsuit put Fox under a massive, massive heap of trouble. So they had to start laying people off because that lawsuit is massive. So the people that put them in the hole, like Tucker Carlson, they had to go. You can't respect someone that kisses your ass. You just can't. Ferris Bueller told you that. So that told everybody. Everybody used to think Cameron was his friend. It's not. Told you. You can't respect somebody who kisses your A, You just can't. Right. Things had to change for him and better change for Whitlock soon. Or he's gonna marry the first girl he let. She won't respect him. No, it's a lot of people who ain't fake. HD ain't fake. See, they trying to silence HD. Right. This dude sitting over here faking the funk. Talking about he spent $1,000 on a chick in the room. I'm like, dog, what chick was you at? She saw sucker written all over your face. You had a woman that went back to the room with her, and then she hit you with the price, and you acting like you surprised. You know you paid that $1,000. Stop. You dude, I've seen you in the strip club, dog. That's all you did was spend money. Yeah, he had to get himself in shape and lose some weight because COVID was going on, and he didn't want to take the shot and all that because he wanted to stick with his right wing supporters. So they was thinking he was finna get up out of there. Talking about I just had the Z pack every day. I just take a Z pack and that's gonna get me through it. I'm like, all right, big boy. But see, that's why he's dying out. That's why his page is dying out because nobody respects him. Nobody looks at him for nothing but just a hack. Then you got Steve Kim, another hater of black athletes. He always had something crazy to say about Floyd Mayweather. I remember I met Doug, and I was like, "Man, Doug Fisher, like, man, like, why you leave Steve Kim?" Hey, it's just I had a better opportunity. He didn't want to say nothing bad about Steve Kim because him and Steve Kim had Max Boxing. I'm into boxing, so I definitely knew them. They had a good show, and then once the money came, Steve Kim started acting different. And he knew it was money into hating against black athletes. Like if he hate Floyd Mayweather, oh, that's money for him. Oh, if he hate this guy, oh, it's money for him. So he aligned himself with people who was giving him access. He was the Woj of boxing. He's gonna write a puff piece about you and do some fluff. Man, this dude, he had spent so much money on strippers, he had to get a payday loan from ESPN. Yeah, he apologized to Jeremy Lin when you talked about his private part, talking about you were just making a joke, but you apologized to him, but you won't apologize to another black man. Okay, we get it. Asian guy, oh, you got to apologize. We get it. Oh, the Patreon is cracking. Oh, the Patreon is cracking. I ain't just saying it just because I'm trying to get people over there. The Patreon has been cracking all this week. What's happening on the Patreon? The truth behind Left Eye and TLC beef. Boom, right there. Large in the flesh. That's the cover. Biggie and Bill Cosby, right? Feuding over Fat Albert. Nas, here's what happened when Carmen told Nas about Jay-Z. Woo, buddy. That's heavyweight right there. Then Clive Davis wants Jaguar right to be committed for life. Howard Stern interview with Dana Plato calls her to take her own life 2 days after the interview. Kanye West's movie project is still in limbo. Jamie Foxx is supposed to play Kanye West. Kanye West wants Viola Davis to play his mother. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. Yep. The Israelite brothers went to O Block to educate the brothers. Then you find out the truth. What happened with the Warriors and Jordan Poole's situation is deeper than what you know. It's bigger than Draymond Green. So when I sit here and tell you the Patreon is on fire right now, everything I put out there is fire. It is fire beyond belief. I am not joking, and I'll keep telling you, it is not it's still July. That's just right there this week. You just saw this week. All of that has been this week. We got more coming. He said that pathetic interview with Hannah Pearl Davis. I haven't even seen it. If it's that bad, I don't know if it's even something I should probably waste my time to look at. Oh yeah, on Screen Fiend, I did the movie review for Talk to Me. I did a lot of movie reviews this week. Remember, we got the memberships over there. So that's going to be jumping off. We've already put some material over there, but we got a lot more coming. Yeah, The Crisis of Infinity Earths, the 3 movies, what the scripts were, we put that over there. So we've been busy all this week. We did the prediction for Spence and Crawford on this channel. The video is already up. So all you got to do is go watch that video, Autumn. There was a lot of people who had a lot of what we like to say, a lot of memories put in place, a lot of things that made sense, a lot of things that didn't make sense. No, I just don't like fake people. I know when people are being fake, and you look at Whitlock, you can tell he's just being fake. Everything about him is phony. So it just don't make sense. No, not really. I never had time to really care about what somebody else wanted to say or do. No. Well, these guys are hacks. They never gonna tell you about the real and say who really messed up the country, why the country is really messed up, why society's really messed up, why there's no jobs, why is there inflation really high. Why is he not talking about that if that's what he talk about on his show? When is he gonna get to that? Because every time he talk about anything, it's about black folks. Everything he's blaming black folks for. That's what his whole page is about. Blaming black folks. That's all he need to call it is I blame black folks. Everybody represents all black women. Let's take a look here. Ice Cube and Tucker Carlson. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Barbie is a feminist fantasy, whatever, pushing male guilt. Did you go see Barbie? Is that what you telling me? So if you didn't see Barbie, how in the world are you talking about what it's doing? So that mean to tell me you went to go see Barbie. If you told me it's a feminist fantasy pushing male guilt, then maybe where'd you get that from if you didn't see it? See what you're doing to yourself? John MacArthur defeats Gavin Newsom in California. God versus government. Right? Then we got Bronny. Family tragedy. Here we go. Back on Barbie again. Barbie pushes his feminist. Same thing. Jeremy Pruitt. Oh, there he is. Steve Kim. Jamie Foxx speaks for the first time. Who is Dan Lebatard? And he talks about Jamel Hill. Then he says Jesse Jackson retires from the civil rights group. Then he talks about Jesse and his whole legacy and Dr. Martin Luther King. Right? Then he starts talking about the world's most dangerous man. Of course, he's going to be a person of color, right? Then, of course, Jason Aldean's anti-BLM ballot. That's what he talked about, a small town. Just using that angle to try to promote this dude's record, to get the agenda across. Then Andrew Tate. Of course, he's just under attack. He wasn't doing nothing wrong, right? Obama, the first gay president, right? Then he's got Obama's true colors. Then he got an anti-Semitic thing with RFK. Then he's on Charles Barkley over Bud Light. Then it's Tommy Sotomayor. Everything is attacking black people and black women. Black, 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 black. Never touching anything real. Race baiting is what we call that. Never touching the real subject. Never saying what's really going on in the world. How could all these people that's in charge of government, right? And all these people in power, all of a sudden, neither one of them are the blame. Who has more homeless people, white people or black people? More white people are homeless. Who have the most unemployed? Black people or white people? White people do. And why is that? Because we're the minority. They're the majority. They have more people. So a larger percentage of us might be going into jail, but they have more people there. They have more people doing crimes. They have more people doing everything because they have the majority of the numbers. But they're not going to tell you that. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you about right. Yeah, so we're getting close to the end. So getting close to Saturday when the fight kick off. Absolutely. Yeah, so let me get to work. Start making some more interesting things for the world to see. Yep. So I'll check y'all out on the Patreon next because that's what we going to. We roll from here. We're gonna start working on that Patreon. And then One Crack News, Screen Fiends popping. Your boy Sino been working, man. Working hard for y'all. So let me get up out of here. Deuces.